Have you struggled with anxiety, depression, and loneliness? Do you feel like your childhood has been cut short? Well, here at ACH Child and Family Services, we want you to know that those feelings are completely normal, especially given the circumstances within the past year. My name is Gracie, and I am 18 years old, and I'm a student at Arlington Heights, and I am joined by my friend Denham, and she is 16 years old, and she's also a student at Arlington Heights. And today we just want to have a conversation about the struggles that youth are facing as a result of the pandemic. So let's start with mental health. What are you seeing and hearing from your friends?
Well, for my friends regarding their mental health, school's been really stressful, and in school we're expected to be the best and have the best grades and make school our #1 priority, but this year has been crazy and it's been hard to stay productive. It takes a toll on our self-esteem and our self-worth because we feel like we're a failure if we're not doing it in school, which isn't true.
And then also having to stay at home and maybe not be in-person school. I'm not in in-person school. It kind of makes you feel a little bit alone and isolated, and that leads to feelings of feeling depressed or feeling sad or feeling anxious because you're not getting as much social interaction as we used to, right? So what have been the biggest factors that have contributed to the struggles that youth are facing?
I think a big factor is a lack of motivation. Sometimes it's hard to have basic hygiene like showering and just getting out of bed, is really hard and you don't have motivation to get out of bed. It's like, what's the point in continuing when you're stuck in this state, especially with this pandemic?
And I think that also parents contribute a lot. I think that they don't really understand the way that we're feeling, and they don't understand how the situation that we're dealing with right now is impacting our mental health. I think they kind of have the same expectations that they used to have of us to do better in school and to be able to clean our rooms and take care of ourselves, but those things are becoming harder because the situation is harder to deal with, right?
Yeah, and this year there's been, a lot of racial and social unjust, in the news and everything. And in June, when the death of George Floyd happened, that was really hard for me because it brought up a lot of racial experiences and racism that I had experienced that I just, pushed down. And that was really hard to deal with. I had to grieve and deal with those emotions that I had didn't want to deal with and just push down.
So what message would you like your friends and peers to hear from you?
I would like my friends and peers to hear that it gets better, and we all go through hardships and hard times, and we grow from them and we learn from them. So it gets better, and you're not tied to your feelings. You will get better.
Yes. I also think it's important to remember your close-knit friends, having people that you trust and that trust you and that you're able to be your most authentic self with and be honest about the way that you're feeling. Because sometimes when we're all alone and when we are feeling lonely, our brains will tell us, we don't have friends, no one cares about us. But that is not true. And reminding yourself of those people who are there to love you and support you is really important. Also, just taking time to journal and go on a walk and focus on the little things in life. If you're feeling down and you feel like nothing is going right, I think just paying attention to small things can help you feel better. And then also, if you're really struggling and you're feeling maybe like you're gonna harm yourself, or if you're feeling suicidal, you can talk to an adult or a counselor and make sure that the person that you're talking to is gonna be empathetic and open to a conversation with you. You need your feelings to be validated and you need to be understood. And I think that that's something that a lot of people are afraid of when they are opening up to someone about those feelings that they may have. They're afraid that they're going to be just brushed off or that they're not going to be heard. And we want you to know that you are heard and your feelings are valid. And also that your feelings are not permanent. Feelings are temporary, and we are not bound by the way that we feel. And one last thing that you can do is visit Real Help for Real Life at ACH Child and Family Services. Visit the website, give us a call, and we can help.